What's up, y'all? It's TN back with another video. Today's video is going to be about building confidence, and I'm going to talk about confidence and building it in a way that hopefully helps everyone out there build their own confidence, because it's important to be confident in life. If we're not confident, and we're not growing, because if we're not growing, then life's only going to get worse. And I don't want that for anyone out there. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for the people around me. I don't want that for the world. So let's get to it. With building confidence, in my opinion, comes down to three things: working on yourself, working on others. Shoot, it really comes down to one thing. It's just work. At the end of the day, confidence does require work. Some might be more naturally gifted at being confident than others, but that doesn't mean that they're perfect. No one's perfect. Some might just have a higher, floor to start off with, higher foundation to start off with, but that doesn't mean they're the most confident person in the world. And that confidence can easily be translated to cockiness if it's not congruent with how much work and effort is put forth within life, in my opinion. So I think one thing to start off with is building confidence in yourself, and I think this is the most crucial one, the most important aspect to invest the work into. It's the most easily controlled. It's the one that you can control the most of, and I think that's where most of the focus should lie at first. Most of the focus should lie in building yourself up at first, because there's this whole analogy I believe in where it's, before you can fill other people's cup, you got to fill up your own cup so you have enough to fill into other people's cup, right? So you got to build your own value. You got to generate value in a way where you have enough value to share and give to others, so others can take that value and then continue to share and give out, and then it's like a whole network of value and confidence. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think the whole purpose of this video too is like sharing the mistakes. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this channel, right? I wanted to share like my life experiences and the mistakes I've made throughout life and what I've learned from them. I think confidence has been a pretty interesting road for me, just because I would consider myself one of those individuals that had a natural level of confidence growing up. I was very social. I'm extroverted. When I'm put in a social setting or making a first impression, it's always been very easy for me to, make a solid and positive and good and memorable first impression. Or just being in like a social setting, whether that's at a party, at the bars, or at a networking event, or in a workplace, or in the classroom. Like, I've always been in a social situation, and making the most of it by being like a very fun, very lively, very positive energy in that situation. And so that's always been natural for me, right? And I think the bumpy ride came about when I got older. I think a lot of the past traumas that I've experienced in life, whether that was the arrest, going to jail, or whether that's, dropping out of college, whether that's losing out on relationships, losing people, getting my heart broken multiple times. I think there's just been a lot of things as you get older and experience. It kind of knocks you off that level of confidence that you might naturally have. So the confidence that you need to build for yourself is one of the most crucial and most important things, because it's the one you have most control of. I think another thing to point out too, and one of the big mistakes I made throughout life, is being dependent or even valuing and prioritizing the validation and the confidence that gets built from others. Let me give you an example. Like, when I post a picture and I get hundreds or thousands or even tens of thousands of likes, I get this like really good feeling. I get this validation feeling in me. It makes me want more of that feeling. And then like I post another picture, next thing you know, I only got like 5 likes, and it's like no one likes me, no one like all these negative thoughts start, adding up into my head, making me feel less confident about myself. And I think that's a huge mistake. I'm not saying that validation from others and trying to build confidence through others is wrong. I'm saying it shouldn't be the highest priority. I think there might be a time and a place in life where it can be and should be a higher priority than, your own confidence. And I think that lays somewhere around where, you've worked on yourself a lot, where you've generated and built enough value where like you want others to take that value, or you see someone with higher value, or not even higher value, but you see something special in someone and you want to help them out and, chasing their dreams and goals. I think that's where, like, you know, you set your ego aside and you like push for that, you know, person or whatever it is to be more confident in that area. All this is going to require work. Confidence is going to require work. It doesn't matter how naturally gifted you are at being confident. Life's going to hit you, like I said, and you're going to lose that natural confidence. So what's more important is the work that you put forth and invest in yourself and in others, and in an aspect of confidence. So when you're building up confidence, when you're building that up, so the confidence that you build, not the natural confidence that you might have, the confidence that you build, and not from others, but the one that you build for yourself. The working out, you know, the financials, making money, becoming successful, being good at a sport or being good at anything that you're passionate about, just being good at something, and then putting the hours in, putting the hours in, putting the hours in. You put in so much work that even on your bad days, you're still doing so well in that realm compared to others that just stepped in, you know. Because at the end of the day, like even the greats, whether that's LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kobe in the basketball sense, or even others in other sports or whatever, but using the example of basketball because I love basketball, you know, like Kobe talks about this all the time. He's one of the greatest to ever play the game, you know, rest in peace Kobe, but he's always about putting in the time and hours and effort into the game. Like that level of focus. It is why this man, when he's playing, like his confidence is just like scary. It's like unbelievably scary. Like he knows when shots going in. Like he knows when a clutch is gonna happen. Like he knows. Like the confidence level is like, you know, is so well built. Like of course you watch his younger videos when he's like, you know, like 14, 16, 18, whatever, like rookie year or high school games or whatever. Like he's pretty confident, but there's like a level of cockiness to it, you know, because he's younger and he's like fired up, like ready to go, like he's just ready to go. So that confidence is mixed with a little cockiness, which is fine. That swagger is there, right? And he had the game to essentially back it up, but there's still not enough built to be like a rock. You want to have like a rock of confidence that like no one can budge. If you have just like this, you know, natural gift of confidence like I did for a while, it's so easily shook. And this comes from my own personal experience. I was always easily shook at times, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a big ego, and then that ego got shook quite easily throughout life. And I think that's where I'm trying to grow now. I'm trying to build this level of confidence where I'm more confident in myself and my abilities than before. I think that's something that I really want to work on, and I know the importance of, because if I'm just spending and investing the hours into myself and the things I need to do, then it's like, it doesn't really matter what others say. I don't care if someone says I can't do this or that. I know I can do this or that. I'm doing this or that, you know what I'm saying? So that level of confidence is what I'm trying to portray and just trying to talk about in this video. Is just really that you don't want to be dependent on, you know, the natural confidence, nor do you want to be dependent on the confidence that you get through others. I think that's really where I want to leave it off at, you know. Definitely one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life is being dependent on the validation of others and dependent on my natural gift to be confident. I know that some might relate to that and some might not, but hey, that's the mistakes I made throughout life that I want to learn from, and I believe I've learned from. I know I've learned from, actually. So shout outs to those that are working on themselves, building that confidence, and not letting others and that natural gift of confidence be the only thing they depend on when it comes to confidence, yo. And I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'm gonna make a lot more videos as to come. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to talk about. I mean, I got a lot of things that I want to get off my chest. And it all comes back to just sharing these thoughts so that we can all become better, man. I think that's really what it comes down to. Just trying to be better than yesterday and just trying to do more and be more and love more. Love y'all. Peace.